Hey, you're listening to Don't Lie to Your Life Coach podcast with Kim Arrington. I'm Kim Arrington. I'm a life coach, a weight loss coach, an author, and a badass passionate about helping you connect back to your most authentic self. Join me here each week so I can coach you on how to think all those juicy thoughts that get you feeling your absolute best and taking some big ass action. Coaching has changed my life, and it can change your life too. I'm here to give you real life solutions to create a life you'll love. Because the truth is, boo, you ain't just got problems, you got options. Hello, how are you today? I'm doing my pageant wave. If you are watching me on YouTube, which you better be subscribed, you are seeing that I have on a happy birthday tiara. Is it tiara or tiara? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, it is not my birthday, but this is the only said tiara that I have to celebrate the 10th episode of the podcast. Woo! Yeah. That's the audience. Drum roll. It is the 10th episode of the podcast. That's why I have on my diamond earrings. They are not real. You might even see some lettuce in my teeth because I had a delicious salad for lunch. I had to eat before I recorded this. And I'm wearing my school's colors, my alma mater, North Carolina Central University. Whoop, 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 whoop. Eagle Pride amplified. Okay, so here's the thing. It's the 10th episode of the podcast. Why is that such a big deal? I will tell you, Mama came with the stats. So if you saw me on the 7th episode of the podcast, I gave why this is such a big deal because most podcasts do not make it to the 3rd episode. Hell, most podcasts don't even make it to the first. They make one episode and then they're done. Am I trying to comfort people with that? I am not. I am simply just stating the facts, and I want to give you some stats. This is definitely the episode 10. You want to, and it might actually be considered 11 because of the way that it's, Apple does your trailer, but it is episode 10. We confuse you. So Apple's podcast library has 2 million entries. But only 26% only have one episode, okay? And almost 2/3 have 3 or fewer episodes. It is a big deal when you get to the 10th episode. I'm going to give you numbers, okay? So 1.48 million podcasts only have published one episode out of that 2 million. And 1.26 million, 37% have 2 or fewer episodes. And then 880K podcast, 44% have only 3 or fewer episodes. But I'm in the 720K podcast with more than 10 or more episodes. Yay! Okay. And remember, I have a million years of content to give you. So we are celebrating today. We're celebrating whenever I bring out that accent. We know we're celebrating, okay? And the topic is something, it's juicy. I was like, what can my 10th episode be about? What do they want to hear about? And I know what y'all want to hear about. Y'all want to know how I lost 65 pounds, how I've been able to keep off 5 pounds, what I do when said 65 pounds comes back. Y'all want the tea on that. And I got the tea. I got all the tea. I got the Earl Grey. I got the chai. I got all the teas. So I'm going to spill it. It's going to be a part 1. There will be a part 2. But what you need to know is that if you want to know hands-on how I did it, if you want me to help you lose weight, I am launching a new weight loss program in 2023. And you want to get in while the going is good and the prices are where they are. So if you go to kimarrington.com /weight loss. Then you can sign up. If you go to my Instagram and you hit the quick links, it has a join weight loss, wait list. You are going to be on a wait list. I'm not going to email you quite yet and tell you about the program, but I'm going to teach women, men, non-binary people, whoever wants to join, how to lose weight, what to do when it comes back, because there are times where your weight is going to come back, and how to just have the life you want. Because I am not just a weight loss coach, I am a life coach. So we're not going to just talk about weight. It's never just about weight, okay? So part 1 of how I lost 65 pounds, and I'm going to tell you this. It's very simple. I ate less. I moved more. I followed all my desires and became more authentic. I had to look in the camera when I said that, and became more authentic. And I played around with varying the times that I ate. I'm going to say it again. I ate less. I moved more. I became more authentic and more connected to my desires, more as Kim as I could be. Some people, that's scary for them. And I varied the times that I ate. Okay. All of that, I go over all of this in my program. I want to add in that I did a lot of work around how I thought and how I felt and believing what was possible for me. Okay, that's going to be huge. So I'm going to switch it a little bit, and I'm going to tell you how not to lose 65 pounds. Okay. And the reason why I want to do it this way is because I think we hear our brains say, oh, I want to lose, a certain amount of weight, but we don't sometimes think about how we are doing behaviors and things that contribute to said weight and maintaining your weight. So if you do these things, you're going to maintain your weight. If you do the opposite of these things, then your weight begins to come off. So the first thing I want to just say before we even get started is I decided and I'm going to say this in both the part 1 and part 2. I decided at every weight I was going to be at, I was going to look my best. I was going to feel my best. So I didn't do that thing where y'all try to get back into the clothes you can't wear. I didn't do that thing. I was going to go buy myself something cute, the cute shoes, the cute handbag, the cute jeans and top and dress. I decided I was going to look my best no matter what weight I was at. And that helped me to get to the next weight because it was like, it's going to be a given. I'm going to lose my weight. Okay. The other thing I did, and this is a big one, y'all, unless you have what I call a reckoning, my best friend and I refer to them as reckonings, like some medical diagnosis that is so huge. And even then, most people do not change with a medical diagnosis. I was pre-diabetic for years. I worked at losing weight, but I didn't get serious about it until I came up with this plan of how to do it. But let me just be real. For most people, I ain't gonna say all, because y'all will at me and I will at you right back. I'm a life coach, and still be petty. You thinking that medical reasons or health reasons are going to drive your weight loss, I don't think that's it, because there's so many evidence of people who their doctors or whoever have told them to lose weight. Now, I want to just point this out too. There are times where a doctor uses the BMI. I have some issues with that personally. I don't think it's accurate for all types of body. Or they tell you to lose weight and they give you a ridiculous number like my doctor did. And I told him to get lost. I was like, get a life. I almost said his name. But every time I go, I make him die laughing. I'm like, where are you at on this BMI, doctor? And he laughs. I was like, it's not realistic, but we have a real conversation. Anyway, the point is, saying you're going to get healthy because it's for health's sake is what most people say after they lost their weight for other reasons. And they can add on that health sake. Okay. So I think you have to take some of the emphasis off of, this is the thing I teach my clients. The health sake comes, you're excited because you don't have to take the high blood pressure medicine anymore, or the, you know, cholesterol medicine goes down. But there are some other fundamental things that I think our brain likes more than health sake. I think societally we're supposed to like health sake. Okay, more on that in another podcast. Here's why you're not losing weight. Okay. I don't want to fat shame you. I can't say I don't want to bring up shame, because shame comes up if it comes up. But I see how much some of y'all are eating on the Facebook and on the Instagram. The portion sizes are huge. In American restaurants, there are 3 to 4 portion sizes. Now, I'm not here to police your portion sizes. You have to have an honest conversation about yourself and realize that you're still eating because it feels good, because it tastes good. Your body has already gotten the calories it needs. And by the way, fuck counting calories. I'm never going to do that. I do not taking any of, no kind of pals, no kind of points. I'm not doing none of that. But I did have to retrain my body to eat the amount of food for the weight that I wanted to be. So that meant that I adjusted my portion sizes periodically. And I teach this, I call it half-life, but I adjusted my portion sizes periodically for the next weight that I wanted to be. And it sounds very scientific, but it's really emotional. Eating is emotional. And for so many of us, we've spent decades pushing those physical cues of us being satisfied with hunger aside because we wanted the emotional cues. And to lose weight and to keep it off, you will have to decide to listen to your body and to learn how much your body needs and be willing to adjust that as you continue a weight loss journey. If you want to, did I tell y'all, if you don't want to lose weight, don't lose weight. If you want to lose weight, lose weight. That's between you and you.com. Okay. So when I'm on Instagram, especially, and they're showing a healthy recipe, like I'm seeing huge portions. I'm seeing them put the whole thing on their plate. And I know for me to keep my 65 pounds off of weight loss, I have to pay attention to my portions. I have to watch what's going on with me emotionally so that I do not eat through my emotions instead of feeling a full range of emotions. You know, sad, anger, disgusted, disappointment, ecstasy, happiness, joy, like the full range, confused, bored, everything, okay? So the portion sizes are too big. And you may need some help working with that. By the way, a word on help. I have received help along the way. And I'm looking forward to being that help for you along the way. If losing weight is something you want for your life, okay? Here's the other thing. This is the other reason why people aren't losing weight. You're still trying to lose weight the way you lost weight in your 20s. And I had a client dying last week when I was like, well, damn, you ain't do nothing smart in your 20s. Don't at me. I was 22. I did a lot of things that weren't smart. When I wanted to lose weight in my 20s, I just stopped eating. Or I do the crash diet or whatever of the time. And it never worked. It wasn't sustainable. So what I could say, what I could rename this phrase as is not, you're just not, you're still trying to lose weight the way you lost weight in the 20s, is you're not doing something that you could do forever, or a version of it that you could do forever. Counting calories, measuring food, eating just protein, if that's your jam, there are millions of ways to lose weight. But if you want to lose it and keep it off, you got to do something that you're going to like. For instance, when I talk about the portion sizes, I can't let go of sugar and all that because I want to eat birthday cake on occasions of birthdays. It's okay if you don't, but I want to eat birthday cake. So if I get rid of all my sugar, I know I'm going to eat some yams, some candied yams. I'm going to eat some birthday cake. So it's unrealistic for me to get rid of sugar. Now, if I want to reduce sugar, okay. I don't even think about sugar like that, y'all. That's the other thing. Barking up a tree, getting obsessed about an ingredient. Unless you have an allergy to it, you'll be all excited and it'll be all new and shiny that you stop eating it until you don't. It's like I always use this analogy. If I'm traveling in Central America and South America, vegans, don't get mad at me, and I don't eat pork, I might have some problems because some places in the world, that is the universal meat. Granted, you can find vegetables, vegans, okay, like I'm not etting y'all. Don't et me, I ain't etting y'all. The point is that I am a person who needs convenience and ease. So I keep all the foods in my library. And here's the other thing, getting to the next one. If you believe, I'm trying to be careful. If you believe you have weight to lose, then you're probably a fucking rebel when it comes to food. Which means that whenever someone tells you you can't do it or you know, whatever, you're going to go do it. I'm a fucking rebel. I know that. So one of the things I had to do was neutralize good foods and bad foods. I just had to say it's food. Now, I don't go and eat 20 pounds of bacon. I do not. I like bacon. But if I said I couldn't eat bacon, I would want to eat 20 pounds of bacon. I'm exaggerating, but the point is that there's food, and my body, what I tell y'all, you might see a lettuce leaf in my teeth. I love salad because I make a delicious salad, and sometimes my salad got bacon bits on it, and that's okay. So if you're a rebel with food, and many of us are rebels about food because our mamas and grandmas and aunts have something to say about how our daddies or brothers have something to say about how we were eating, or our teacher, or whomever. And we were like, fuck them for saying that. I eat what I want. I eat as much as I want. And I will tell y'all, part of my thing around weight was my dad, who I wanted to connect with more, and that didn't happen. You know, I'm a parent now and I understand what that looks like. It was my desires as a kid. Now I see it a little different as an adult, but he would take us to the store. He would get us goodies. We'd have rewards of food. My mom the same way. And I used to get a lot of attention because I was skinny when I was young. I know y'all don't like that word. You be all right. I was smaller when I was young, and I could eat a lot of food and I would never gain weight. And after he died, I did. So now I believe there's a huge emotional component with food. So that could be one of the reasons you don't know how emotional food is. You underestimate how emotional food is. What does that mean? That so many of our cravings, our drives, and our desires are what we want emotionally, and we try to use food to get that. I was just talking to a client who was saying she was going through some difficult things with, you know, a daughter and a lot of change. And, you know, we had talked a lot about chocolate, got her to think about chocolate as not a poor choice. It's just neutral. But when shit hit the fan, she, you know, reached back to the chocolate. And I said, well, the chocolate can't, you know, make you cry, let you cry if you want to cry. The chocolate is there to stop and block the feelings. The chocolate isn't your companion when you really want to tell someone, I need assistance, I need help. So the emotional part of food, which we go over extensively we're going to go over extensively in my weight loss program. Once you demystify that. Once you know that, you can never look at it the same. And she was saying, like, it's always going to be a player. And I was like, no, it isn't. It already isn't, because you were questioning it. So it's not a player anymore. Okay. Here's another one about food. Food is too sexy to you. You know what I say to people who think food is too sexy? I say, if possible, and if you desire it, have more sex. And then that could be sexy, and food could just be food. And when I say have more sex, I'm talking about having sex with yourself if you want to, having sex with a partner, whatever desires, okay? The thing is that food comes in all textures. I almost said all races, all textures, all colors, all like taste, all like there's all different ethnicities with food, and people do it this way over here and do it that way over there. There are all these choices, all these different things. And if you are a person who is bored with your life, you will let food become the joy. It's not really joy. The big deal. It's not really a big deal. You will like anticipate food the way you anticipate wanting to learn something new or a new relationship. It'll become more than food. So many of us have made food more than food. Food is literally there to nourish your body so your body can continue going. I made it real simple, but that's really what it is. It's there to nourish you, to help you continue going on. And it can't do that if you've made it into a friend, a companion, a listening ear. When food is too much, food is too much. Get it? When you make it too much, you are likely to consume too much. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say, this is part one. We talked mainly about food. I'm going to give you a little tiny preview of part two. Not paying for it. You're not paying for someone who knows what you don't know to teach you to know what you don't know. I pay for trainers. I've paid for trainers. I don't ever want to go into a place and have my own workout. I want someone to tell me what to do. I tell people what to do everywhere else in my life. Tell me what to do, please, trainer. Okay. I was a part of weight loss programs. And when those philosophies didn't get me where I wanted to go, I created my own. Okay. But I did receive a lot of help and a lot of assistance through a lot of the weight programs that I've done. A lot of, even some of the crashy things had given me some information about nutrition and stuff, but ultimately paying for it, putting some skin in the game, putting some money into it, I mean, it makes it mean more. If I gave y'all my program for free, I could do, you all would not have the same results. Putting some skin in the game, some money on it, that helps you to lose weight. So I want to preview, I know, 10th episode. Was it easy? My weight loss journey was not easy, but I was making it too hard. Now I've helped it to be a little easier for folks through the process that I use. So it was not easy. Was it short? If y'all have taken decades to put on weight, why I got to be gone in 12 months, Craig? That only happens in TikTok and on Instagram, where it's gone in 5 months. I am coming for y'all. I don't want fast weight loss. I want weight loss that is the right speed for me, 10 miles per hour. Okay. The next time we talk about this, we're going to talk about how important your desires are, your other desires that aren't food related are to weight loss. We're going to talk about how moving every day can help you maintain weight, not by even the movement, but by the mentality of moving every day, how that affects how you eat, the amount of food you eat, why you eat, and the added benefit of moving every day, feeling good, those endorphins floating in your bloodstream make you feel better, your mobility, which is super important in midlife. And I'm going to just very tenderly touch on how I vary the times I eat a few times during the week, and how that does help me with cravings, with energy, with other stuff I ain't gonna talk about. That one is the bigger one that I feel a little more protective about, because I actually think you could do the first three things that I talk about and lose weight. But as we age, with the changes in insulin and how our bodies respond to insulin, I do believe adding the other, varying your times, a few times a week you eat, I know it works because it's worked for me and I've seen it work for other people. So there you have it. 10th episode, y'all. 10th episode. Here is a little postscript. I don't just talk about weight loss on this podcast, and I'm going to tell you why. Every single other thing that I talk about on the podcast, whether it's people pleasing, whether it's changing because you want to change, whether it's how other people view you, whether it's boundaries, all of that comes into play with weight loss too. Your emotional health comes into play with weight loss too. Because when you have boundaries that you enforce, even when it's uncomfortable, when you allow yourself the newness of change, when you decide a relationship is not the only thing that offends you, that defines you in life, all the podcasts I talk about can assist you in having a better life, which assist you in not using food as food. Do you understand that? So like all the other topics get you emotionally, they're emotional salve. Is that a word? It is. They're emotionally grounding so that food can be food, your life can be your life, you can enjoy your life, you can deal with your life when it's not enjoyable, and you don't use food to do those things. So all my episodes help you with having a better life, and if weight loss is what you want, can help you with weight loss too. Okay, yay, 10th episode. Look at it, it's not my birthday. My birthday's Earth Day. It's the 10th episode. All right, let's see the next episode. Hold up. Hey, okay, anyway, so I'll see y'all next week. Make sure you have subscribed on YouTube. Sometimes you're going to want to listen to me and watch me. Make sure you can check me out on all your digital channels, and share this with a friend. Share it with a friend. I'm going to go more in depth on how I lost 65 pounds by telling you other things to not do to lose 65 pounds. Okay, y'all have a good one. Thank you for hanging out with me for these 10 episodes. I love it. I love the podcast. I love you all. And I can't wait for us to continue making our lives exactly what we want them to be. Okay? Want to get free? You know where to come. All right. Bye.
Are you feeling what you just heard? Good. Repeat after me. You don't have to figure it out on your own again anymore. I'm here to help. Head over to KimArrington.com and download my free video series dedicated to getting you feeling your best right now. Look around, there's some good stuff waiting on you. Got questions? Well, we're always talking on the socials, so find me on YouTube, Insta, and the book. Don't be shy, y'all. Go listen to another episode or join me here the same time next week. Finally, don't keep good shit to yourself. Share this with a homie that could use some help too. Remember, we're not lying to ourselves anymore. We're not lying to our doctors. And you damn sure don't lie to your life coach.